What if you could profit from a massive move in the stock in either direction, up or down, but not spend a fortune for the options? That's exactly what the Strangle does. It's for traders who expect a big move in the stock, but want to spend less on the trade. I'm going to take you through exactly how this strategy works. Let's dive in. So if you watched our prior video on the Straddle trade, you'll recall that we have a limited risk, unlimited profit potential reward trade, whether the stock goes up or down. Notice the arrows showing unlimited profits. It could go to 6 grand, 7 grand, 8 grand, 9. It can go an infinite amount, especially on the upside. If we look at the downside, your risk is limited, and the risk comes down to a point. Well, as we break down the Strangle trade, you're going to note that the risk graph looks a little different. It will have the same type of infinite upside in both directions, but there will be a flat bottom. There will be an area where you can lose in the trade. So it's going to have a little bit different style to it, but have similar infinite potential rewards. Let me take you through how it works a little bit more in depth. I had an old teacher that used to say, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Now, I don't know what that old guy was talking about, but I think what he's referring to is that in horseshoes, you get points even if you're just the closest. Whereas if you're throwing darts, you need to hit the board, you need to hit one of the point sections. Well, there are certain types of strategies where you need to aim for a very specific price point. It's like throwing darts, right? You need to be inside of your range. So if we were looking at a risk graph, you'd have your profit, your loss, your break even through the middle, and there would be a specific zone. There would be a specific area where you are profitable. And that's like throwing a dart. You need to get inside of this price range. With the Straddle or the Strangle trade, part of the benefit to it is that you don't need to be precise. In fact, you don't even need to pick the right direction. What do I mean? Well, because you have a reward potential that is infinite and going in both directions, it does not matter to you whether the stock goes up or down. Like horseshoes, you're going to get points whether you're precise or not, as long as what you had anticipated plays out. And what you have anticipated is volatility. Volatility in either direction is your best friend. You don't care if the stock goes an amazing amount up or an amazing amount down, it just cannot stay stagnant. If it stays stagnant, that's where you lose. Here is a chart of gold. Gold and silver right now are in a wild market environment. Now, when you watch this video, it might be different, but right now, we know volatility is through the roof. Down on the bottom, I have something called Bollinger Band width. Bollinger Band width simply means the width or distance between these two bands. Sometimes the width is very wide. See how it's stretched out. Sometimes the bands are very close together, and see how it's very tight. So notice that there's a normal and an abnormality for volatility, meaning if we were to say what's normal, we would basically look inside of this area, and maybe I would say anything in this range is very normal volatility, okay? Makes sense? Outside of that is very abnormal volatility. Sometimes you're well below normal volatility, and sometimes you're well above normal volatility. What's the expectation? Well, the expectation is that the rubber band wants to get back to normal. So as soon as the catalyst is released, the volatility will find its way back to normal, right? Notice each of these circumstances, very low volatility and we get a big upsurge. Very low volatility reading and we get a big upsurge. Very low volatility reading and we get a big up spike. Very high volatility and it comes crashing down. Very high volatility comes crashing down. Very high volatility comes crashing down. it comes back to its normal state. However, it doesn't always get there in a very quick fashion. So would I want to trade a straddle or a strangle on GLD? Not a long strangle. A long strangle consists of buying one of both the calls and the puts in the same expiration, but now you're lengthening out the strike prices. In the straddle trade, they'd be lined up at the same exact strike. You'd buy the same call strike and the same put strike, and that creates that point, okay, with unlimited upside potential. Here in the strangle, we're going to widen those out. And what that does is it creates a flat floor here on our risk graph. But what it does is it creates less risk because the trade costs less money. Well, if I build one on GLD, I'm going to spend $51. That's $5,000. I don't love that because where's GLD in its volatility mix? Well, GLD has an extreme reading in volatility that is very high. So what's likely to occur? Volatility is going to go back to normal, which means if volatility dies down, the stock begins to trade choppily and more sideways. Notice every high reading, how there's a consolidation. A high reading back here and a consolidation. A high reading, probably a consolidation is coming. So I don't love this strategy of buying calls and puts when the stock's on the cusp of a volatility drop. Instead, we're looking for something that is down in the dumps. Okay, if we look at normal, here's Schwab, chart of Schwab. If I, again, just throw some lines on here and say, let's just say that anything in this range is normal. In these circumstances, if we have a low volatility reading, it tells me that the stock has been doing nothing. And we can see that in the chart. But what we know is that volatility often has an uptick back to normal when it's been in this low extreme. So we're anticipating an uptick in volatility. Now, I don't know whether the stock's going to break sharply higher or lower, but we're getting better numbers to bet on an increase in volatility in something like Schwab. So what would the trade look like? Again, you're buying both a call and a put, same expiration. We'll go with May in our example trade for Schwab. And usually you buy what's called out of the money options. So in this case, we're buying a call that's higher than the price of the stock. We're buying a put strike that's lower than the price of the stock. So we have it surrounded. This trade costs $550, which is $550 for one contract. Now, you could do as many of these as you wanted. If you did two of them, it would cost $550 times two, which would be $1,100 invested and at risk. If you bought 10 of these, they're $550 per strangle. Well, $550 times 10 is $5,500. So if you bought 10 contracts of the strangle, now you're up to $5,500 of risk. And again, you have unlimited max gain. So notice, infinite gain potential, limited risk. If I buy one, I'm at $550 at risk. If I buy 10 of these, now I'm up to $5,500 at risk. Notice also your break evens. These are the prices that this stock has to get outside of in order to be successful. So let's come back to that as we draw the risk graph. If you want to learn how to trade straddles, strangles, and other strategies as a complete option system, check out the Cash Flow Academy. The link is in the description. Now let's get back to the video. Now I'm going to keep the drawing of this risk graph pretty simple. We're spending $550 for the risk graph. So for simplicity's sake, let's just say that we trade one contract of this strangle. So we have $550 at risk. That's our worst case scenario. $550 is right here. Now, where would that occur? So let's punch in some stock prices down here. We're going to say, well, what if the stock was at, maybe we'll put 105 per share, 110, 115. Your stock price climbing, going higher in price goes this way. And then your stock price going lower in price goes this way. Here's $100 per share, 95, 90, 85, 80, and so forth, right? So this represents the stock prices, and this represents the gains or losses. Now, we're going to run out of room in terms of the profit potential up here, but I'll show you how this trade works. Our break-evens are 89.50 and 115.50. So right here and right here. And if I come up to 89.50 and I make a mark, let's make a circle there. And if I come up to 115.50 and I make a mark and a circle there, those are our outer break-evens. So we're going to need the stock to get outside of that. In order to profit, we need the stock to either fall a lot or go up a lot in order to be successful. Now, $550 is our max risk, and that happens if the stock lands between the strike prices. So if it lands, we bought the 95 strike put and we bought the 110 strike call. So those two will link up. We can draw a flat line between those, and that is our max risk zone. We will lose $550 if this stock at expiration lands between $95 to $110 per share. As long as we can get up to these break-even points or further, that's where we're successful. And we become more and more successful the further you go beyond that. So as the stock goes up, there is infinite upside potential. And as the stock goes down, or if the stock goes down, it can't go in both directions at expiration, right? At expiration, it's either one way or the other. But if it's gone down a lot or up a lot, infinite potential. Now look over here, 600, 700, and the chart would keep going. We'd be up 800, 900, 1,000, 1,200, 1,400, 1,600. You get the idea. There's no limits on the upside. There's only limits on the downside risk. So that's part of the beauty of this strategy. So this is what your risk graph would look like in a long strangle trade. You have infinite potential for volatility to be your best friend. You only have $550 at risk. So one of the questions we often get is, why trade a strangle instead of a straddle? Well, remember, the straddle trade was the first video we taught in this series. And in the straddle trade, you have a risk to reward that looks a little different. It will be steeper and it will have more risk and more reward potential. So the amount that you can lose is worse. This is what our first video. So make sure you hit that subscribe so you get all these videos. Make sure you go watch our straddle trade, but it will have more risk, but it will make more money more quickly. So it will have more reward. The video we're on today is the strangle trade, and we know that that one has a little different look to it. It will have a flat bottom, and it will not have as much risk or reward. So it will have the strangle that we're talking about, less risk. We spend less for the options, but we also make less money on the upside, less reward by comparison. So the straddle trade is more aggressive. The strangle trade, less aggressive. And as I said, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you get all of these videos. But I would certainly suggest watching the straddle trade. So for traders who like the idea of less risk, but they say, well, there's less reward up front, but I know how to make adjustments, right? I know how to tweak this to reduce risk and maximize reward. This can be fantastic. We're always looking for ways to risk less and make more. If you found this video helpful, click here to find that straddle video to watch it now. And if you want to master options trading and learn how to do things like this for yourself, check out the Cash Flow Academy in the description below. We'll see you in the next video.